Hello, welcome to GTech Techno Solution Private Limited. We are going to discuss about the sense organs. The main sense organ for us to smell, that is nose. So these are the topics that we are going to cover in this session. We are going to see an introduction about the nose and the structure of the nose, followed by how the nose senses the smell. We'll also be studying about the olfactory receptors. There are 5 sense organs in a human, which includes the eyes, ears, nose, skin and tongue. If one can see, that is because he has an eye. If one can hear, that is because he has an ear. If one can smell, that is because he has a nose. If one can feel, that is because the touch stimulus, that is his skin. If one can taste, that is because he has a tongue. So these are the 5 sense organs which helps a person to identify the environment in which he is in. We are going to see in detail about the nose that helps us to smell. So this is the structure of the nose. Here you can see that your nose has the nostril, which is visible outside. Then you have the nasal meatus. Followed by that, we have the nasal concave. So these 3 shows the nasal cavity over here. The nasopharynx is the junction of the pharynx with the nasal cavity. So this is the major structure of your nose. As you know, this shows the structure of the nose in a sectional view. Your nose has the visible part, that is the protruding part of the face, and it has 2 holes, which is the nostril. The shape of your nostril is like a hole. The shape of the nose is determined by the nasal bones and the nasal cartilages, which are present in the bridge of your nose. Next we have the nasal cavity, to which the air passes once it enters your nostril. Your nasal cartilage includes your septal cartilage, which separates the nostrils, and the upper and the lower cartilages. If you see on an average, the nose of a male is larger than that of a female. Above your nasal cavity, you can see that you have the olfactory bulb. So the olfactory bulb has the olfactory receptors. The chemical receptors. The olfactory receptors are responsible for the sense of smell for a human. And they are located in the upper part of your nasal cavity, as you have seen. Your olfactory receptors has the olfactory bulb, which has the olfactory tract, and the olfactory bulb has its foramens connected to the supporting cell, which is holding the olfactory neurons. You can clearly see over here the olfactory neuron. These olfactory neuron has the dendrite, which connects the olfactory neuron to the cilia, that is the olfactory hairs. So this is how the olfactory bulb is connected to sense the smell using the connective tissue. So these olfactory receptors are responsible for the sense of smell in a human. Now we are going to see the process of sensing the smell. If a person has the sense of smell, then the odor molecules will enter his nostrils. The receptor cells that are in your olfactory membrane will capture the smell and send it to the olfactory bulb. The olfactory bulb will be activated and the receptor cells will send the electrical signals via your bone to the converged axons. So your converged axons carries the signal, and the signals are transmitted to the higher regions of the brain, which will sense the smell. So the receptor cells act as the main component which absorbs the odorant receptors by sending the receptor cells saved information, and they are activated and sent as electrical signals, which further passes through your olfactory bulb and reaches the brain. Thus a person can sense the smell. So this is how your olfactory receptors captures the odors and detects them using the brain. Your olfactory receptors are stimulated by the chemicals which are dissolved in the watery mucus which is present in the nasal cavity. So the lining of your nasal cavity is the mucus, and the watery mucus detects about 10,000 different scents. So the watery mucus acts as the main agent along with the olfactory receptors to sense the different smells that are entering into the nostrils of a human. Thank you so much for joining GTech. Hope you would have found this video helpful.